Lawyers for the alleged mastermind in Tshegofatso Pule's murder case say he deserves to be granted bail. Shoba's defense team says that's because he helped police track down her murderer. The convicted hitman in the case previously told the court Shoba asked him to kill Pule, who was 8 months pregnant at the time. The bail application is currently being heard at the Roodepoort Magistrates Court, and that's where we find eNCA's Nqobile Madlala in court tracking that particular story. And so, Nqobile, the case is being made on behalf of Shoba, why he should get bail this on the second attempt. What are some of the highlights of what his lawyers have argued in support of that bail application?
Well, Tolas, they've started with the new fact, saying that what they have presented as a new fact is the fact that he had spoken to a fellow prisoner who had said to him that the hitman was in a relationship with the deceased, and it seems like the killing started with the arguments with regards to the baby. That was their first fact, and the second fact also being the fact that the Shoba has also lost his job, saying that this is very important because he can still argue his issues relating to his job if he's given time to go out. And also they said that at this point that they feel that he, as a person who is now #1 accused, if he really had done this, saying that he wouldn't have helped the police, the fact that he had helped the police, having directed them from Florida right straight to the place where he was with Pule, showing them, even going as far as asking the operators of the camera to show the video footage of the last time they had seen Pule. This showed that the accused actually cared and that the accused did not do this, saying that this is very important for court to consider because the accused has been hands-on. But I want to bring the family member who's here, who has been listening to all of this being presented in court, to perhaps tell us, how are you feeling about what was presented today, Bontle?
It's Batlali. So as a family, I think there's a certain level of insult that we're taking from what the defense is bringing to the table, especially considering the fact that when we were here last week, there was raw data that was presented, that stated clearly WhatsApp conversations and telephone calls that were made to and fro Muzi and Shoba, and between Shoba and our Tshegofatso, and for us to come back here expecting that there would be something that proves all that data otherwise, we're coming back for them to only tell us, that it is important for the court to consider the fact that he pointed the police towards the fact that there's a camera that would have captured the departure of Tshegofatso from his place and him, walking her all the way to the gate. They keep bringing back old facts and, just in a new form. We are ready for this to just end and for trial to begin. We're ready to move on to High Court, and we need them to consider the fact that while they sit and become worried about the fact that he might have lost his job, he still has his family that is there, that is still taking care of him. He still has, his parents who can still provide for the grandmother that he claims to be solely taking care of, and at the same time, do they even consider the fact that while we come here week in, week out, we have lost 3 lives, and this is very torturous for us, I think there's a level of disrespect and disregard towards us as family and friends, and they really need to start considering us.
Butlali, are you saying to us then that you are disappointed with the proceedings?
I am disappointed with what they brought forward. I am, however, we stand firm and we are happy with the prosecution. We feel that we have a firm case, we are well represented, and that really just it puts us at ease. And we at this stage we stand firm in saying that we have our full faith in the judiciary system.
And what are you hoping for this to happen on the 7th of May?
I'm hoping that when we come back on the 7th of May, they won't bring new evidence, as they keep doing, which is just a delay tactic. They delaying the inevitable. At the end of the day, this must be closed. So I'm hoping that when we come back, the magistrate will not allow them to present anything else that they deem new, and will just be able to proceed to the judgment.
Thank you very much. A member of the family there speaking to us about the proceedings, Thulas, again, as she's talking about the facts. In fact, when we were indoors, the lawyer, the state was saying that this is reshuffled facts. So the defense lawyer had presented a lot of facts regarding the fact that the applicant had helped, that the applicant had assisted here, and basically just saying that the applicant deserves to go home. But most of it saying that these are reshuffled facts because it's the facts that were first presented on the first case that went that they went into court, saying that on the first time that he was applying for bail, he presented the very same facts. In fact, the judge had to ask the defense to say, state all your new facts now so that we know what is it that we're dealing with. And that's when the defense lawyer then went back to speak to the accused, and then also presented an affidavit which he then started speaking about the importance of his job and the fact that he had now lost employment, and also that even his company at this point was suffering. But like the family saying that he might be worried about the fact that he doesn't have employment, he might be worried about his company, but they are worried about the 3 lives that they now have lost, and that they are ready to go to trial instead of being here repeatedly hearing the reshuffled facts as it has been stated.
All right, thank you for that. That's eNCA's Nqobile Madlala out in Roodepoort at the Magistrates Court, alluding there to Shoba, the alleged mastermind in the Tshegofatso Pule murder case, as having lost his job. You will have heard in the last few days the JSE confirming that he has since been fired from the JSE, where he had been on precautionary suspension for a period of time, Shoba. So that bail application continuing, the second attempt by Shoba to get bail.